Hey, Shalom, Shalom. I want to first give out all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Qam Yasharahla, by Qam, double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. And to you listeners, learners, you men, women, and children who wholeheartedly believe in Yahweh, Qam Yasharahla. I want to say Yahweh, Qam Yasharahla, Barakatam to you all as well. I'm the brother Shaquata Moff of GMS Dallas Camp, coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit about this Crown Royal, okay? Vaccine was just administered. First shots of the Pfizer's edition of it coming over from the UK. U.S. administered it, I believe Monday. Okay, it says U.S. administered first shots of Pfizer's Smovid vaccine, launching a historic rollout. United States on Monday administered the first shots of Pfizer's Smovid Pike Team vaccine to healthcare workers, making a pivotal moment in the country's long march to bring the virus under control. It says, with distribution challenges ahead and the outbreak still raging, officials and healthcare workers took time Monday to celebrate the arrival of the vaccine and the hope it represents. Across the country, images flowed in of the first doses, arriving at more than 100 distribution sites, and of healthcare workers receiving their first shots. And here you got the so-called Negro woman and so-called Negro assistant woman administering it. Okay, it says Sandra Lindsay, a nurse at Long Island Jewish Medical Center, is inoculated with the virus disease, Smovid Pike Team vaccine, by Dr. Michelle Chester from Northwell Health at Long Island Jewish Medical Center in New Hyde Park, New York. And that was December 14th, published on December 14th, 2020. And, there you have it, man. The same vaccine that made these people's faces crippled. Here you got the so-called Negro woman taking it right in, okay? And I want to make this long, okay? I'm just going to get my scriptures and we're going to get out, okay? I'm going to first get this one because it's the point, all right? It's the law and it was not done away with. It's Leviticus 19:28. It says, "Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh by Qam Yasharahla." All right? That was a direct commandment, all right? It's direct, right into the point, all right? Here you got the so-called Negro woman going off, all right? But our people are very stubborn. They hate the ways of the Lord, all right? And they're going to have to pay for that, okay? And that brings me to a scripture I didn't plan for, but I do want to bring it out. See, because there's consequences to being against the Lord, all right? You don't get to be against the Lord and just live the way you want to live, all right? It's Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." And we are destroyed for lack of knowledge, okay? 2/3, you're destroyed because you don't know who you are, all right? And you think you live in a world full of lollipops and dandelions. You about to sadly be interrupted with that thought. It says, "Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children." And see, in the days that we got coming ahead, the Most High is about to forget all of you 2/3, man. All right? Every last one of you have been warned by the prophets since the late 60s, early 60s, starting with Albert Bivens, on up to our apostle and elders, Great Millstone, going down to the leaders of our camps, on down to the prophets, man, okay? All of you all who've been warned by us, man, you're about to sadly be interrupted with the rejection of the Most High that you had, okay? This is Deuteronomy 11:1. It says, therefore thou shalt love Yahweh by Qam Yasharahla, or Yahweh thy power, and keep his charge, and his statutes, and his judgments, and his commandments always. You see, we lost our inheritance. We lost the good blessings that we were going to get by going off. And you still got your so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans going off to this day, to this very day. Okay? Because you trust in what? This is Job 13:4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. This man has forged what word I'm trying to think of. He has forged a tool to destroy millions of people, and he has called it something that will help people, a vaccine. Okay? But he's a forger of a lie. These physicians are of no value, especially the so-called nigger woman. She don't know what she doing. Did she come? Well, they said she came up with this. I don't believe that, though. You see? He'll say anything for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans to believe it and trust in him, you know? But this thing is not going to help anyone. I thought these things was created to cure something. Why we need to take something that's already here? I mean, why we need to take something that will help us from something that's already here? We need a cure, not a vaccine. See, I read just a little. It says the United States on Monday administered the first shots of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine to help care workers, marking a pivotal moment in the country's long march to bring the virus under control. The vaccine comes at an urgent time, with the U.S. nearing 300,000 total Crown Royals deaths, and top health officials warning that daily new deaths might not slow for months even with a vaccine. With limited doses available, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has advised states to prioritize distribution to frontline healthcare workers and long-term care residents who are among the most vulnerable to disease. That's good for y'all, man, okay? You all want to work in healthcare and promote this man's wicked medicine, and not saying that you wicked, but it's just this would be a noting time to go ahead and leave that industry if this man is going to make you take a vaccine. You know, this is Psalms 94:20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? It's mischief to make people or put people subject to something if there's no real danger to it existing and it's harming people. Okay, we know that it's a virus out, but it's no different from the flu. Okay, it's no different from the form of the Spanish flu, which they did create back in the early 1900s. All right, and it kills every year. The numbers have been inflated to make you think that you need to take a vaccine so that he can pump you full of disease and poison. You see, and he's putting it in the laws, all right? If you're a healthcare worker now, you have to take it. Or if you're a long-time citizen or what did it say? Oh, 1 second. A long-term care resident who are among the most vulnerable to the disease, you got to take it, you know? And it's going to come to these jobs, man, okay? All of you people work these big state and city jobs, you're going to have to take it too, man, you know? So he's framing the mischief by law. But this is the kicker right here. This is Isaiah 28:15. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. You all trust this man, okay? So-called white man. You made a covenant with death. It says, and with all hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. And right now, the overflowing flowing scourge is this Crown Royal 19 that's supposedly killing everybody. You know, you thinking it ain't gonna touch you, but when it's something that really comes and destroys this community and destroys the world through pestilence, it is gonna touch you. And a Crown Royal 19 vaccine ain't gonna help you. You see, it says, "For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves." And our people been doing that for centuries and ages, man. All right, trusting in these idols. All right, trusting in the philosophies and wiles of these heathens. All right, just committing spiritual adultery on the Lord, man. All right, you've trusted in that for years and centuries. It says, verse 16, "Therefore thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation of stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste." And see, we're a part of that stone. The ultimate cornerstone is Yahushua, but we're a part of the spirit of Yahushua because we come out and preach his testimony. Okay? Reverting back to Revelation 19 and 10. All right, the spirit of testimony, when the spirit of prophecy is the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. All right? We come out here and be a testament to you all, being that foundation, and he who believes on that shall not make haste. But it says, verse 17, "Judgment also will I lay to the line, and judgment is coming." It says, "And righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lions, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place." See, with us being that stronghold, pulling down the imaginations and the wicked plans of these devils, reverting back to, was that 2 Corinthians, I believe 11. Let me see. Yeah, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Hold on 1 second. 10 and 4. Yeah, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach." See, that's what we doing. And people can't stand it, all right? That's why this nigga woman got that stupid face on her face while taking this dang on Crown Royal Maxine. Because she hates the fact that deep down she knows it ain't right. But she's made a covenant with death. All right, when you make a covenant, that's like an oath, you know. 18, it says, "And your covenant with death shall be disannulled." All right, that's going to be taken out. "And your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through," when it really get dark out here, when the lights get shut off, it says, "Then you shall be trodden down by it." See? So go, hey, Crown Royal 19, man. It's gonna be hell to pay. You take that Crown Royal 19, it's gonna be hell to pay. That overflowing scourge gonna pass through, and you're gonna get taken up by it. Let's see something. I don't really have to get that many more. I just want to get 2 more. It's John 15 and 22. It says, "If I had not come," matter of fact, let me start at 21, "But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me," right? You know, going into the hate and the tribulation that people going to put on you because they don't believe in the scriptures. They don't believe in Yahushua. You see, verse 22, "If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had no sin." Or it's like they had not had sin. Right? If Yahushua ain't came and warned them, or the prophets in these times never came and warned you, you wouldn't have no sin. But now they have no cloak for their sins, because what have we done? We've warned them. We've told them not to take this Crown Royal 19. All right, you want your face to fall off? Then take it. Revelations 12 and 12, right? It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And that's why this vaccine came out within 9 months. You see? I thought it took years and years and years to create a vaccine for something that's important as Crown Royal 19, right? But their physicians are no value. They're forgers of lies. They want to present this thing Hey, they gonna pray to Satan that it destroys you. You know. But I didn't want to make this too long. Just want to, inform you that this thing is here, and yeah, get ready for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right. With that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honor to my apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. Hey, keep pushing. Remain diligent, okay? Remain prayed up. Shalom.